What's going on, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the NES30 Pro game controller for the Nintendo Switch. Alright guys, so this controller is made by a company called 8-Bit Dough, and they specialize in making nostalgic looking Nintendo controllers that are fully compatible with PCs, Macs, iOS devices, Android devices, and even your PS3. And now, just as of a few days ago, it's compatible with the Nintendo Switch. So the second that I heard that, I had to go out and get one for myself. It just looks so cool. I've wanted one for a while, but I didn't think that I would be using it as much on my PC since I don't play as many PC games as I used to before. So now that it's available for the Switch, I figured this is the perfect time to pick one up. I've got the one that I've been basically looking at, which is the NES30 Pro, and I'm super excited to just unbox it and check it out with you guys. So let's just go ahead and get started on that right away. You can see right ahead on the box, it doesn't say that it works for the Switch on the box because, like I said, it was updated a few days ago to actually work with the Switch. So once you do buy it, you are gonna have to do like a little service update on your own. It doesn't automatically update, so keep that in mind. But I'll actually have all of the update link files that you'll need in the video description if you do decide to pick this one up. So going ahead and just unboxing this thing right away, I mean, you can totally see that this thing looks so much like, I mean, at least from the design factor of the art on it, it looks like an NES controller, but it's modeled more so like an SNES controller, which I'm okay with. I like the feel of the SNES controller a lot more than the NES controller, just because the NES controller, if you remember, if you're old enough to remember, it's very like rectangular and it has sharp corners, whereas this is rounder and the corners fit much better in your hands. Now, it's a lot smaller than I remember like an SNES controller being, but I'm pretty sure they said that it was the exact same size. So, oh, look at that, and it's got like LED lights on it too. Now, what I actually heard about those LED lights is that 8-Bit Dough calls them Chrysigrum lights, which, if you're a fan of Castlevania,
You like Castlevania, don't you?
you'll know that that's actually a weapon name from the game, which I think is pretty cool. So I like the fact that this controller is actually made by gamers. Like, these are people who play games, so they know what you want. I mean, they know what feels good. They kind of understand the importance of a good D-pad and analog stick feel. So I'm curious to see how it actually plays and works and how the feedback is gonna feel. Another thing worth noting too is just the analog sticks they're there and they feel really good when you move them, just like this without playing a game. But they're very small. They're actually a lot smaller than the Switch's analog sticks, and they're what seem to be quite smaller than even like a PSP's analog sticks. So let's go ahead and test this thing out and see how it plays with Street Fighter. So once you get the controller updated to the correct firmware, all you're gonna have to do to sync it to the Switch is go to the home menu, and then you're gonna wanna go to controllers, and then change grip order. And from then on there, all you have to do is hold the power button and the Y button down for 1 second, and you'll see that the lights start flashing, which puts it into Nintendo Switch mode. And then from there you can see that it registers as a Pro Controller, and now I have full control over my Switch with the NES30 Pro Controller, and that is freaking awesome. So I have Street Fighter right here. It's loaded up, ready to go. Violent Ken versus Ryu. Let's see if I can pull off some Hadoukens, because that's basically the only move that I know off the top of my head. I'm playing as Violent Ken. So it feels pretty responsive. I like this D-pad a lot more than just what comes standard on the Joy-Con controllers themselves, but it doesn't feel as good as the D-pad on the Pro Controller itself. The buttons definitely are small, but they're clicky and very responsive. Like, there isn't any input lag at all. It feels really good, and also these triggers do seem to work. Now, I just want to see real quick. So it looks like right here, if you press that button, that's your power button, but it also takes you back to the home menu, which is cool. And then I think that should be screenshots, I believe. Yeah. So that's the screenshot button. That's the home button right there. So you still basically have almost all of your buttons here. And then right here you can see that you charge the controller with a micro USB cable, which is very handy because I'm sure that you guys have a ton of those lying around the house. So it feels pretty good with Street Fighter. I like this a lot. I like it a lot more than just playing with the Joy-Cons themselves, but definitely not as much as I like playing with the Pro Controller. So it's a good option, it's a good alternative, and it's a little bit cheaper than the Pro Controller itself. But if you're a competitive player, then I definitely think that you should stick with the Pro Controller because it does seem like the superior controller as far as button response, button layout, size, and just overall feel in your hands. But before we wrap it up, I just want to try out one more game. I kind of want to see how Mario Kart feels, so let's switch to that real quick. Okay, so here we are with Mario Kart, and I wanted to test this out because this game uses a lot of analog sticks and a lot of triggers, and I wanted to see how the controller holds up against a modern game. So here we are, I'm using the right trigger. Right now it's a drift, and it feels really responsive. I like this a lot. I have an item now, so I can use the left trigger, and then there it is again. It's working fine. I mean, this is a really great, I feel like, mid-tier option, something in between Joy-Con and Pro Controller, because it's a lot better than just using a single Joy-Con, but it's not as good as using a full-on Pro Controller for a couple different reasons. Mainly because of the size. The Pro Controller is obviously a lot more comfortable to hold than a classic SNES or NES controller, but at the same time, it's not as expensive as the Pro Controller, and it still offers a lot of functionality. So I like the NES30 Pro game controller, and not just because it kind of looks like a classic Nintendo controller. I like it because it's a totally capable and fully functional controller that is just as versatile as the Switch is. I mean, it works on so many different platforms. You can run it on a PC, on a Mac, on your phone, whether you have an Android or iOS. Sorry, Windows users. Also, you can now run it on your Switch, which is ridiculously cool. Obviously, it's not a completely flawless controller. The D-pad could be a little bit better. It's not as great as the D-pad on the Pro Controller, but it's a lot better than the D-pad on the Joy-Con. Not to mention, it's totally wireless, and from my experience with it so far, I've been able to play up to 12 feet away with no lag issues, no input issues whatsoever. So if you're looking for a fun, retro, and really portable controller that you can use for your Switch, well then this is a really good option. But if you're looking for a really great, precise controller that's going to give you the best play with your games, then you should definitely stick with the Pro Controller. So anyways guys, let me know what you think about the NES30 Pro Controller. Are you interested in getting one? There's also some other ones out there. Let me know if you like the other designs as well. I'll have some links in the description below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like it and subscribe for more Switch videos just like this one. Thanks, and have a great day.